Hey, what's going on guys? Shane here. And today we're talking about how to manage your nerves before a fight. How to control the fear that you feel in the locker room before your match, or maybe in the classroom before a fight. So I'm gonna hop right into the first tip, which is this. I'm dead serious, guys. Make a goofy face. I use this technique all the time. If I'm sad, if I'm in a bad mood, if I'm angry, if I'm nervous, if I'm scared, I'll go into the bathroom where I know I'm alone. I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'll just make the goofiest faces I possibly can. And instantly, I'm in a better mood. I mean, how'd you feel just now watching me make those faces? You probably laughed or smiled, right? And that's another one. I definitely recommend that, is smiling. When I had my fight in Thailand, you could see in the opening round, I have this big grin on my face for two reasons. One, because I was living in the moment and I was like, holy crap, I'm fighting in Thailand, this is awesome. But two, it's if you're in a good mood, if you're happy, if you're glowing, you're smiling, right? So you kind of reverse that, you reverse the feelings. Instead of, having bad posture, shaking your head, looking down at the floor if you're scared or nervous or in a bad mood, when you're happy, your chin's lifted, you're glowing, you're smiling, right? So you can kind of reverse the feelings in your brain. Maybe you may not actually be happy or relaxed, but if you can smile, you can trick your brain into thinking you actually are. So give that one a try. Either make some goofy faces or just put a big smile on your face. All right, technique number 2 is breathwork and meditation. Now there's tons and tons of books and research on different breathing exercises and different ways of meditating. So what I recommend is you do your research and you figure out what works best for you. Here's one that you can take though and start practicing right now, is box breathing. So you're gonna inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4 seconds. And you just repeat, so you're focusing your mind on your breathing. This is going to be a great way to block out all the external noise and thoughts and just keep focusing on lowering your heart rate, staying calm, and focusing on your breathing. Meditation, what I like to do, close my eyes, sit down, and I just focus on my breathing and outside sounds without any attachment to those sounds. No bias, right? So for instance, what I mean by that is if you hear a car screeching or horns going off, you think, bad accident's about to happen. Instead, you want to just focus on the sounds, just the vibrations, because that's all they are. They're just vibrations hitting your ears, but then the interpretation that happens in here, that's where all the nerves, the stress comes. So if you're in the locker room and you hear people cheering out there and you hear loud bangs, don't think about the nerves, don't think about the butterflies, just think about the sounds themselves, because like I said, all they are is vibrations. So that's one that you can take with you. 4-second box breathing combined with meditation focusing on sounds. And here's one last tip, because that's easier said than done, is when a thought enters your brain, I want you to recognize it, say the word thinking, and then just let it go. Because when a thought enters your brain, it sometimes manifests, and that's all we can think about. So it's okay if thoughts come, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna think about the fight, you're gonna think about your training. Just let the thought come, recognize it, say the word thinking, and then just let it go.
Don't let a single doubt enter your mind. You've come too far, you've trained too hard, and you want this more than anybody else.
Okay, technique number 3 is visualization. Now, any mind coach or sports psychologist is probably gonna have you do some form of visualization. Now, instead of picturing yourself walking out to the cage, getting in, playing out the fight in your head, and then getting your hand raised or the belt being put around your waist, what I want you to do is reverse engineer that. So what you're gonna do is first visualize texting your friends and family about how you just won the fight. Or maybe you're posting on Instagram about how you just won the title. And then you go a couple moments before that and you visualize having a celebratory meal with your friends and family. And then you go back a couple moments before that and you visualize getting your hand raised or the belt being put around your waist. And then you go a couple moments before that and you play out the actual fight. Now, when you play out the fight, I don't want you to think of it like, I throw the jab, he slips, and I throw the head kick, and it knocks him out. Because if it doesn't play out that way, you're gonna start to panic when the fight actually happens. Instead, what I want you to visualize is you just being the better fighter. You are always one step ahead. You're cool, you're calm, you're collected, and you win every single moment of that fight. You overcome adversity, you are just a better fighter. Then you go back a couple moments before that to where you take the sip of water. You're walking in the cage. Then you go a couple moments before that to where you're walking out to the ring. And then a couple moments before that to where you're sitting in the locker room, right here, right now, okay? So that's a great way to really just get your head in the right moment. But with all of these drills and exercises that I'm talking about, these are things that you should be doing, not just in the moment, you should be practicing them now, weeks, months out before your fight. Come fight night and you're backstage doing these exercises, you feel right at home because you've been doing it over and over and over again. This is what centers you. This is what makes you feel grounded, okay? Here's the other thing, guys. You are not the only person that's feeling these feelings. When you feel the butterflies, when you feel the tunnel vision and the jitters, just know that the highest level fighters feel these as well. Mike Tyson, GSP, go down the list. Your opponent feels exactly what you're feeling here. So what I like to do is just appreciate the feelings itself. It's not every day you get to feel these butterflies. Fighting is one of the most nerve-wracking experiences you can do. I say appreciate it. Live for it. Enjoy it. All right? So there you go, guys. Just a little bit of advice when it comes to dealing with the nerves when you have a big fight coming up. I hope this helps. Leave a comment below if you have any other strategies, techniques, exercises. I'd love to hear it. You can share it with the rest of us. Until next time, be sure to subscribe to get the fight tips before your opponent does. I'm Shane with Fight Tips for the underdogs.